Hello! We're sharing a new version to help you more easily learn the yes, no questions and vocabulary definitions from the N400 form. In this version, we repeat key words in each sentence so you could focus on memorizing the important vocabulary that often come up during the interview. We hope this helps you improve your understanding and memory of both the questions and the vocabulary. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Let's get started.
Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other way?
No. Claim.
What is the meaning of claim?
To say something is true. To say something is true. Claim to be a U.S. citizen.
What does claiming to be a U.S. citizen mean?
To state you are a U.S. citizen. To state you are a U.S. citizen.
Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States?
No. Register.
What is the definition of register?
To sign up. To sign up. Vote.
What does vote mean?
To elect new leaders. To elect new leaders.
Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States?
No. Oh.
Can you explain what owe means?
To have a debt. To have a debt. Owe taxes.
What is the meaning of owe taxes?
To owe the government money. To owe the government money. Overdue.
What does overdue mean?
Past a deadline. Past a deadline.
Since you became a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file a tax return because you considered yourself to be a non-resident?
No. Non-resident alien.
What is the definition of non-resident alien?
A person who has not passed the green card test. A person who has not passed the green card test.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any communist or totalitarian party anywhere in the world?
No. Communist Party.
Do you know what the Communist Party is?
Like China, North Korea. Like China, North Korea. Totalitarian Party.
What does a totalitarian party mean?
Government controls everything and people have no power. Government controls everything and people have no power.
Have you ever advocated or been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with any group anywhere in the world that advocated any of the following? Opposition to all organized government, world communism, the establishment in the United States of a totalitarian dictatorship, the overthrow by force or violence or other unconstitutional means of the government of the United States or all forms of law, the unlawful assaulting or killing of any officer or officers of the government of the United States or of any other organized government because of their official character, the unlawful damage, injury, or destruction of property or sabotage.
No. Advocate.
What is the meaning of advocate?
To support. To support. Overthrow.
What does it mean to overthrow?
To remove a government from power. To remove a government from power.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services, or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that used a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services, or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that engaged or participated in kidnapping, assassination, or hijacking or sabotage of an airplane, ship, vehicle, or other mode of transportation?
No. Sabotage.
What is the definition of sabotage?
To destroy something. To destroy something. Kidnap.
Can you define kidnap?
To take someone away illegally. To take someone away illegally. Assassination.
Can you explain what assassination means?
An action of killing someone. An action of killing someone. Hijack.
What does hijack mean?
To stop and steal a moving airplane. To stop and steal a moving airplane.
Have you ever been a member of, involved in, or in any way associated with, or have you ever provided money, a thing of value, services, or labor, or any other assistance or support to a group that threatened, attempted, conspired, prepared, planned, advocated for, or incited others to commit kidnapping, assassination, hijacking, sabotage, or use a weapon or explosive with intent to harm another person or cause damage to property?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in torture?
No. Incite.
Do you know what incite means?
To encourage. To encourage. Torture.
What does torture mean?
To hurt someone physically. To hurt someone physically.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in genocide?
No. Genocide.
Can you define genocide?
To kill a whole race. To kill a whole race.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in killing or trying to kill any person?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in any kind of sexual contact or activity with any person who did not consent or was unable to consent, or was being forced or threatened by you or by someone else?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in injuring or trying to injure any person intentionally and severely?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in not letting someone practice their religion?
No.
Have you ever ordered, incited, called for, committed, assisted, helped with, or otherwise participated in causing harm or suffering to any person because of their race, religion, national origin, membership in a particular social group, or political opinion?
No. National origin.
Can you explain what national origin means?
Where a person is from. Where a person is from.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any military or police unit?
No. Military unit.
Do you know what military unit means?
A group works for government. A group works for government. Police unit.
What does police unit mean?
A group protects community. A group protects community.
Have you ever served in, been a member of, assisted, or participated in any armed group? For example, paramilitary unit, self-defense unit, vigilante unit, rebel group, or guerrilla group?
No. Vigilante unit.
What is the meaning of vigilante unit?
A group acts like the police but are not the police. A group acts like the police but are not the police. Paramilitary unit.
What does paramilitary unit mean?
Like a military group but is not official. Like a military group but is not official. Rebel group.
What does rebel group mean?
A group fights a government. A group fights a government. Self-defense unit.
Can you define self-defense unit?
A group protects a place. A group protects a place. Guerrilla group.
What is the definition of a guerrilla group?
A group uses weapons to attack the government. A group uses weapons to attack the government.
Have you ever worked, volunteered, or otherwise served in a place where people were detained? For example, a prison, jail, prison camp, detention facility, or labor camp? Or have you ever directed or participated in any other activity that involved detaining people?
No. Prison camp.
Do you know what a prison camp is?
A place to keep enemy soldiers. A place to keep enemy soldiers. Detained.
What does detained mean?
Held in custody by police. Held in custody by police. Labor camp.
Can you explain what a labor camp is?
A place to force people to work. A place to force people to work. Prison or jail.
What is the definition of prison or jail?
A place where prisoners are kept. A place where prisoners are kept. Detention facility.
What does detention facility mean?
A place where people are forced to stay. A place where people are forced to stay.
Were you ever a part of any group, or did you ever help any group, unit, or organization that used a weapon against any person or threatened to do so?
No. Weapon.
Do you know what a weapon is?
Like a knife or gun. Like a knife or gun. Threaten.
Can you define threaten?
To warn, to hurt someone. To warn, to hurt someone.
When you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever use a weapon against another person?
No.
When you were part of this group, or when you helped this group, did you ever threaten another person that you would use a weapon against that person?
No.
Have you ever sold, provided, or transported weapons, or assisted any person in selling, providing, or transporting weapons, which you knew or believed would be used against another person?
No.
Have you ever received any weapons training, paramilitary training, or other military type training?
No. Weapons training.
Can you explain what weapons training means?
To learn how to use a gun. To learn how to use a gun. Paramilitary training.
What is the meaning of paramilitary training?
Learning to fight in combat. Learning to fight in combat. Military type training.
Do you know what military type training is?
Learning to fight in combat. Learning to fight in combat.
Have you ever recruited, enlisted, conscripted, or used any person under 15 years of age to serve in or help an armed group, or attempted or worked with others to do so?
No. Enlist.
What does enlist mean?
To sign up in the armed forces. To sign up in the armed forces. Recruit.
Can you explain what recruit means?
To ask. To ask. Conscript.
What is the definition of conscript?
To require someone to join the army. To require someone to join the army.
Have you ever used any person under 15 years of age to take part in hostilities, or attempted or worked with others to do so?
No. Hostilities.
Do you know what hostilities means?
Fighting in a war. Fighting in a war.
Have you ever committed, agreed to commit, asked someone else to commit, helped commit, or tried to commit a crime or offense for which you were not arrested?
No. Crime.
Can you explain what a crime is?
An action that breaks the law. An action that breaks the law. Commit a crime.
Can you define commit a crime?
To do something that breaks the law. To do something that breaks the law. Offense.
What is the definition of an offense?
A minor crime. A minor crime. Arrested.
Do you know what arrested means?
Handcuffed by the police. Handcuffed by the police.
Have you ever been arrested, cited, detained, or confined by any law enforcement officer, military official, in the U.S. or elsewhere, or immigration official for any reason, or been charged with a crime or offense?
No. Confined.
What does confined mean?
To be kept in a place. To be kept in a place. Cited.
What does cited mean?
Given a ticket by police. Given a ticket by police. Charged.
Do you know what charged means?
Police tell you that you did something illegal. Police tell you that you did something illegal.
If you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole?
Suspended sentence.
Can you define suspended sentence?
Delaying of a sentence. Delaying of a sentence. Probation.
What is the meaning of probation?
You report to an officer regularly instead of jail time. You report to an officer regularly instead of jail time. Parole.
What does parole mean?
The early release of a prisoner. The early release of a prisoner.
Have you ever engaged in prostitution, attempted to procure or import prostitutes or persons for the purpose of prostitution, or received any proceeds or money from prostitution?
No. Procure.
Can you define procure?
To find someone for sex. To find someone for sex. Prostitute.
Can you explain what a prostitute is?
Someone who has sex for money. Someone who has sex for money.
Have you ever manufactured, cultivated, produced, distributed, dispensed, sold, or smuggled any controlled substances, illegal drugs, narcotics, or drug paraphernalia in violation of any law or regulation of a U.S. state, the United States, or a foreign country?
No. Produce.
What is the meaning of produce?
To make something. To make something. Cultivate.
Can you define cultivate?
To grow plants. To grow plants. Manufacture.
What does it mean to manufacture?
To make something. To make something. Dispense.
Do you know what dispense means?
To supply something. To supply something. Distribute.
What does distribute mean?
To supply something. To supply something. Smuggle.
What is the meaning of smuggle?
To take things to a country illegally. To take things to a country illegally. Illegal drugs or narcotics.
Can you define illegal drugs or narcotics?
like heroin or cocaine, like heroin or cocaine. Controlled substances,
What do controlled substances mean?
you can buy it with a prescription, but with restrictions. You can buy it with a prescription, but with restrictions. Drug paraphernalia,
Can you explain what drug paraphernalia is?
equipment to make illegal drugs. Equipment to make illegal drugs.
Have you ever married someone in order to obtain an immigration benefit?
No. Immigration benefit.
Do you know what an immigration benefit is?
Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship. Things like a visa, green card, or citizenship.
Have you ever been married to more than one person at the same time?
No.
Have you ever helped anyone to enter or try to enter the United States illegally?
No.
Have you ever gambled illegally or received income from illegal gambling?
No. Gamble.
What does gamble mean?
To play a game for money. To play a game for money.
Have you ever failed to support your dependents or to pay alimony?
No. Dependent.
What does dependent mean?
Someone who relies on another person. Someone who relies on another person. Pay alimony.
What is the meaning of pay alimony?
To pay money to ex-spouse after a divorce. To pay money to ex-spouse after a divorce.
Have you ever made any misrepresentation to obtain any public benefit in the United States?
No. Misrepresentation.
What does misrepresentation mean?
To lie or give wrong information. To lie or give wrong information. Public benefit.
Do you know what public benefit means?
Welfare, like food stamps. Welfare, like food stamps.
Have you ever given any U.S. government officials any information or documentation that was false, fraudulent, or misleading?
No. Fraudulent.
Can you explain what fraudulent means?
To claim something that is not true. To claim something that is not true. False.
What does false mean?
Not true. Not true. Misleading.
What is the definition of misleading?
Giving the wrong idea. giving the wrong idea.
Have you ever lied to any U.S. government officials to gain entry or admission into the United States, or to gain immigration benefits while in the United States?
No. Lie.
Do you know what it means to lie?
To say something that is not true. To say something that is not true. Admission into the United States.
Can you explain what admission into the United States means?
The right to enter the United States. The right to enter the United States.
Have you ever been placed in removal, rescission, or deportation proceedings?
No. Rescission.
Can you explain what rescission means?
To take back a decision. To take back a decision. Deportation proceedings.
Can you define deportation proceedings?
Process of removing a person. Process of removing a person.
Have you ever been removed or deported from the United States?
No. Deport.
Do you know what it means to deport?
To force a person to leave a country. To force a person to leave a country.
Are you a person born as a male who lived in the United States at any time between your 18th and 26th birthdays?
No.
Did you register for the Selective Service?
No. Selective service.
What does Selective Service mean?
Services in armed forces under law. Services in armed forces under law.
Have you ever left the United States to avoid being drafted in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No. Drafted.
What does drafted mean?
Being selected as a soldier. Being selected as a soldier. Avoid being drafted.
What is the meaning of avoid being drafted?
To prevent being selected as a soldier. To prevent being selected as a soldier.
Have you ever applied for any kind of exemption from military service in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No. U.S. Armed Forces.
Do you know what the U.S. Armed Forces are?
U.S. Military, Navy, Air Force. U.S. Military, Navy, Air Force.
Have you ever served in the U.S. Armed Forces?
No.
Do you now have, or did you ever have, a hereditary title or an order of nobility in any foreign country?
No. Hereditary title.
Can you explain what a hereditary title is?
A royal title like prince or princess. A royal title like prince or princess. Order of nobility.
What is the meaning of the order of nobility?
Like king or queen. Like king or queen.
Do you understand the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes. Oath of allegiance.
What is the definition of the oath of allegiance?
A promise to be loyal to the United States. A promise to be loyal to the United States.
Do you support the Constitution and form of government of the United States?
Yes. Constitution.
Can you explain what Constitution means?
It is the supreme law of the land. It is the supreme law of the land. Form of government of the United States.
Can you explain what the form of government of the United States means?
Republic. Republic.
Are you unable to take the oath of allegiance because of a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment?
No.
If the law requires it, are you willing to bear arms on behalf of the United States?
Yes. Bear arms.
Do you know what it means to bear arms?
To own or use a gun. To own or use a gun.
Are you willing to take the full oath of allegiance to the United States?
Yes.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform non-combatant services in the U.S. Armed Forces?
Yes. Non-combatant services.
Do you know what non-combatant services are?
Services that do not involve combat. Services that do not involve combat.
If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction?
Yes. Work of national importance.
What is the meaning of work of national importance?
Tasks that are important to a nation. Tasks that are important to a nation. Civilian.
Do you know what a civilian is?
A person who is not in the military. A person who is not in the military. Civilian direction.
What does civilian direction mean?
A direction from a person who is not in the military. a direction from a person who is not in the military.